over me. Miss Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen, Miss Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me.
Where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
You can go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney.
In today's video, we witness a courtroom confrontation between a self-identified sovereign citizen and Judge Webster. The defendant faces charges for driving without a license, insurance, or vehicle registration. Common violations among sovereign citizens, who often reject governmental authority. Judge Webster addresses the situation firmly, highlighting the challenges courts face when dealing with such individuals. Sovereign citizens believe they are exempt from federal, state, and local laws, leading to frequent legal conflicts, especially regarding licensing and registration. This case exemplifies the complexities and frustrations that can arise during such encounters. Southern Poverty Law Center. Do you think this behavior stems from genuine belief or a misunderstanding of the law? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Now let's delve into the courtroom proceedings.
You're the what?
I'm the beneficiary of the estate.
You're the beneficiary of what estate? Answer my questions, please, ma'am. I'm just trying to understand.
Beneficiary of the estate.
Okay.
For the record, I recognize this she's been here before.
I do as well, for the record.
And I looked into Mr. Christopher Wiley. I can't find that person as a practicing lawyer in the state bar page, and I have not been contacted by anybody on Ms. Pugh's behalf.
All right, so Ms. Pugh, Mr. Lewis has been appointed to represent you at this point. Obviously, you know as well as anyone that you're in custody. We want to get your case taken care of. If you've hired or your family has hired another lawyer, then they have to contact the court so that we can do something with your case. And do you know if they've hired someone?
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree with your appointed foreign agents, considering that the first duty is to the state and will be considered conflict of interest, Your Honor.
Okay, so if you don't want, the only thing I can do, I'm appointing an attorney to you to help you, right? So if you don't want a court-appointed attorney, then your only option, two things. One is to represent yourself or to hire a lawyer. So if you don't like the way it works, then you do something different. So are you, listen to what I'm saying. Are you either going to represent yourself, or are you going to let Mr. Lewis represent you, or are you going to hire someone?
Objection, Your Honor. Respectfully, is this a court of record?
It is a court of record. So your objection's overruled.
Respectfully, Your Honor, where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
It's right here. It's called an indictment. And Mr. Lewis has a copy of it, and he can show it to you. So that would be the verified claim against you.
Okay. Your Honor, respectfully, Your Honor, there were writs that was filed to the case that still haven't been received.
I've received your petition for writ of habeas corpus, and it's denied.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, I demand to be released due to lack of evidence of stated claim and not being given the proper opportunity to obtain proper counsel effective defense.
It's overruled.
Okay.
You're running out, aren't you?
Observing individuals who identify as sovereign citizens and their interactions with the legal system can indeed be perplexing. These individuals often reject standard legal requirements, such as obtaining driver's licenses, securing insurance, or registering vehicles, operating under the belief that they are exempt from governmental authority. This perspective frequently leads them into legal challenges and confrontations with law enforcement. The refusal to adhere to basic legal requirements, like licensing and vehicle registration, is not only legally unfounded, but also poses safety risks. The U.S. Supreme Court has consistently upheld the authority of states to impose such regulations to ensure public safety on the roads. Snopes. Reflecting on our education system, It's worth considering whether schools adequately prepare students for real-world legal responsibilities. While subjects like mathematics and science are essential, there may be a gap in teaching practical knowledge about civic duties and legal obligations. Integrating basic legal education into school curricula could empower individuals to better understand and navigate the laws that govern daily activities, potentially reducing the allure of misguided movements like that of the sovereign citizens. Understanding and complying with fundamental legal requirements is crucial for personal and public safety. Educational institutions could play a pivotal role in demystifying these obligations, ensuring that individuals are well informed and less susceptible to misconceptions about the law.
Your position, but listen,
Respectfully, Your Honor,
Ms. Pugh, don't speak over me.
Respectfully, Your Honor, for my incarceration.
Ms. Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on, listen to me. Everything you have there is overruled. And here's one of the reasons why, is because you have a lawyer. And your lawyer will file the appropriate motion. You're interrupting me again, which is disrespectful. So I'm going to leave Mr. Lewis as your attorney unless you choose to represent yourself or hire someone else. I'm going to give you 2 weeks to determine what you're going to do. You can go back. You can go back with the bailiff.
I would like to be or comply to your appointed.
Go back.
Agents.
You already said that, and that's overruled.
Observing individuals who identify as sovereign citizens can indeed be perplexing. These individuals often reject standard legal requirements such as obtaining driver's licenses, securing insurance, or registering vehicles, operating under the belief that they are exempt from governmental authority. This perspective frequently leads them into legal challenges and confrontations with law enforcement. The refusal to adhere to basic legal requirements like licensing and vehicle registration is not only legally unfounded but also poses safety risks. The U.S. Supreme Court has consistently upheld the authority of states to impose such regulations to ensure public safety on the roads. Reflecting on our education system, it's worth considering whether schools adequately prepare students for real-world legal responsibilities. While subjects like mathematics and science are essential, there may be a gap in teaching practical knowledge about civic duties and legal obligations. Integrating basic legal education into school curricula could empower individuals to better understand and navigate the laws that govern daily activities, potentially reducing the allure of misguided movements like that of the sovereign citizens. Understanding and complying with fundamental legal requirements is crucial for personal and public safety. Educational institutions could play a pivotal role in demystifying these obligations, ensuring that individuals are well informed and less susceptible to misconceptions about the law.
Ms. Pugh, Mr. Jeffries has been appointed to represent you. He's just been given, he's trying to get caught up real quickly on all the information and the discovery in your case. I'm going to reset your case so that he can get all of that. Once he gets it, he'll be out there to go over it with you, and we'll see if we can get an announcement at the next court date.
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree to comply with any of the appointed court agents, considering that their first duty is to the state.
I understand. We've had this conversation before.
And for your record, I'll be representing myself.
So if you want to represent yourself, there's some things. Ms. Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me. If you want to represent yourself, then there is a process that we have to go through, and we'll do that today. If that's what you want to do, we'll get your case set for trial, and we'll go forward that way. It is highly inadvisable for you to represent yourself. Lawyers have many, many years of training. They understand the law. They understand how a trial works, because here's what happens. When you're in a trial and you represent yourself, you're expected to know and follow all of the rules of evidence, all the rules of procedure. And so you're really at a disadvantage if you don't know those things. And so you have to do everything just like the assistant district attorney would. And if you don't, you're going to be in front of a jury, and it's going to show, and it's just not going to be, it usually does not work out in your benefit. But I have to go through with you some questions first before we do that. And then if you still want to do that, then there's a couple of things couple of options, and we'll go over those as well. Okay. So I am supposed to ask you, I'm going to go through these questions. I need you to answer them if you want to represent yourself, because this is required. All right. So have you ever studied the law?
Yes, no, sir.
Okay. Have you ever represented yourself before in any kind of criminal matter? Okay. Do you understand the charges against you?
I know we've been accused of.
Okay. And so do you know, and we've gone over before, I think, what the range of punishment is if you're found guilty on a jury? Do you know what that is? Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me pull you up here. We'll go over that again as well. The date of that allegation is from June 22nd of 2021. And what that means is if you're found guilty, that the range of punishment that the jury could give you is between 2 years as a minimum punishment up to 10 years in prison, anywhere in between. Do you understand? And you can answer out loud just for the record.
Do you understand? No, I don't understand.
What do you not understand?
Observing the court clerk's evident frustration highlights the challenges faced when individuals attempt to navigate legal proceedings without proper representation or understanding. It's plausible that this individual, possibly identifying with sovereign citizen beliefs, intentionally avoided sending his motions correctly, perhaps aiming to delay the case or challenge the court's authority. Sovereign citizens often reject standard legal procedures, leading to frequent clashes within the judicial system. Properly filing court motions requires strict adherence to procedural rules, including correct formatting, timely submissions, and appropriate service to all parties involved. Failure to comply can result in delays or dismissals. In this scenario, the individual's apparent lack of understanding or deliberate non-compliance underscores the importance of legal counsel. Represented parties are better equipped to navigate these complexities, ensuring that filings are accurate and timely, thereby facilitating a more efficient legal process. The court clerk's demeanor likely reflects frustration with attempts to circumvent established procedures, which can hinder the court's efficiency and fairness. This situation serves as a reminder of the critical role that legal professionals play in upholding the integrity of the judicial system. What are your thoughts on this individual's approach and the court's response?
To represent yourself, by law, you have to be able to understand these things. Otherwise, I've got to appoint an attorney for you. So you can't just say, I want to represent myself because I don't like the attorney or I don't like the process. This is the process that you're in. You live in Texas, you live in the United States. This is the law that applies to your case. So what do you not understand about the range of punishment if you're found guilty? And I'd be glad to explain it.
I don't understand because I haven't been in the exam.
That's what a jury's for, right? And so if you say you're not guilty, then you go in front of a jury and they determine, after they listen to the evidence, if you're guilty or not. That doesn't have anything to do with if they find you guilty, you understanding that they could send you to prison for between 2 years and up to 10 years. Do you understand that part? What are you, yes or no? No, you don't understand that. So, Ms. Pugh, it's my understanding, I'm not going to allow you to represent yourself because you don't understand the law and the process. So we're on question number 4 out of 15 that I'm supposed to ask you. So Mr. Jeffries is going to stay on your case.
I don't know when Mr. Jeffries on my
I don't care what you want at this point. You can't do it. All right, you can go back with the bailiff. I'm done. Go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff. Welcome to the criminal punishment list.
Yeah, fun, Jen.
This was not meant to be any kind of punishment, I promise. So Mr. Jeffries, get ready like you would. Probably it's going to go straight onto a jury,
All right, I would
and
assume.
we'll just get it figured out that way.
It's evident that this individual is parroting arguments commonly found in sovereign citizen circles, likely sourced from online platforms. Sovereign citizens often challenge the court's jurisdiction by questioning the applicable law, be it common law, admiralty law, or otherwise, believing this tactic will exempt them from legal obligations. However, such strategies are consistently dismissed by courts as baseless. Courts operate under established legal frameworks, and judges are not obligated to entertain unfounded jurisdictional challenges. Sovereign citizen defenses lack legal merit and are routinely rejected, leading to swift dismissals. Given this context, it's unlikely that the individual's approach will succeed. Their reliance on debunked legal theories only serves to hinder their case.